press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
P block elements. Dear my students, in first PUC, the P block elements available and also in the second PUC. In second PUC, the P block elements 15th group to 18th group. In first PUC, the 6 groups P block elements, 13th and 14th group is covered in first PUC. So now we'll start with the P block elements. Which of the group is with P block elements? That is 13th group to 18th group is a P block elements. The last electron enters P orbital. The last electron enters the P orbital, then it is called P block elements. In the periodic table, thirteenth to 18th group available in right hand side of the table. It's having the general electronic configuration. General electronic configuration NS to N P1 to 6. NS to N P1 to 6. Now we will concentrate on the 13th group P block elements. 13th group P block elements, it is also called as boron family. Boron family. The 5 elements are available. It is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Easy to remember brackets. Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. In this, general trends in physical properties. General trends in physical properties. General trends in physical properties. The first, it is element. Then you will go for electronic configuration. Element, then atomic number, electronic configuration. Next it is abundance, availability in parts per million. Abundance, availability in parts per millions. The elements are boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. Boron symbol, aluminium symbol, gallium symbol, indium and thallium. Atomic number is 5, 13, 31. Next it is 49 and 81. Electronic configuration. Helium atomic number of 2, 2s2, 2p1. Abundance it is 8 parts per million. Aluminium it is neon atomic number 10, 3s2 and 3p1. It is available about 81,300 parts per million. 803 parts per million. Next, in aluminium, after gallium, gallium is argon, it is 18, 4d10, 3d10, 4s2, 4p1, then availability it is 15 parts per million. Indium atomic number 49, krypton it is 36, it is 4d10, 5s2 and 5p1. Krypton 36, 46, 49. Its availability abundance is 1 part per million. Next it is xenon. Xenon it is 54. It is 4f14, 5d10, 6s2, 6p1. It is 0.3 parts per million. It is a general trends in physical properties of the 13th group in the periodic table. Next it is oxidation state. Next it is oxidation state. Oxidation states 13th group has 3 valency electrons. 13th group has 3 valency electrons. Out of these 3, 2 in s orbital and 1 in p orbital. 2 electrons in s orbital and 1 electron in p orbital. So totally it has to be available with +3 oxidation state, most common oxidation state. Most common oxidation state. Most common oxidation state. But boron does not give 3 electrons. but it forms covalent compound. It forms the covalent compounds by mutual sharing of electrons. Similarly, aluminium forms aluminium chloride is also covalent compound in anhydrous state. Covalent compound in anhydrous state. Covalent compound in anhydrous state. Except boron. Boron with other elements shows +1 oxidation state. If we move down, the stability on move down. Stability on move down in +1 oxidation state, aluminium less stable than gallium, less stable than indium and thallium. So except other elements shows a +1 oxidation state, except boron. Boron with bare elements, oxidation state +1 is there. If we are moving down the group, the stability of aluminium is lesser than gallium, than indium, than the thallium. So gallium, next it is gallium and indium has +3 oxidation state, but more stable than +1 oxidation state. Gallium indium has +3 oxidation state and it is more stable than +1 oxidation state. Then what we know about inert pair effect? We know about inert pair effect. In outermost orbit, Ns2, Np1 electrons are there. Outermost orbit, Ns2 and Np1 electrons. If Ns2 electrons attracted by the nucleus, then not available for bond formation. Not available for bond formation. Only p electron used for bond formation. P electron used for bond formation. So the s electron is not available for bond formation. These s electrons are called inert pair effect, IPE, inert pair effect. If we move down, the inert pair effect is more important. and the inert pair effect increases down the group. So now, why it is being there? The nuclear charge increases, but it is not equalized by increase in distance. Increase in distance. If you are moving down the group, atomic size increases. If atomic size increases, nuclear force of attraction has to decrease. Nuclear force of attraction has to decrease. But in this case, nuclear charge increases, but it is not subsidized by the increase in the distance. That's why due to s electron, or valence shell become, so s electron more penetrating. S electron more penetrating. S electron more penetrating. So not for bond formation. Not for bond formation. So this is called inert pair effect. This is called as inert pair effect. Now next it is atomic radii and ionic radii. Atomic radii and ionic radii. It is the third one. General trends. Atomic radii and ionic radii. Atomic radii and ionic radii increases in the group. Increases in the group. If we move down the group, atomic size increases. If atomic size increases, atomic radius will be increased. If atomic radius increases, ionic radius also increases down the group. So now if I write the values, you can come to know the element, next atomic radius and ionic radius. It is in picometer. Ionic radius will be in the element with the loss of 3 electrons. First element boron, atomic radius 80, ionic radius 20, aluminum it is 124 and it is 52, gallium is 124, 60, lithium 150, 81, thallium it is 155 to 95. Both ionic radius and atomic radius is measured in picometers. See the difference. Boron is having atomic radius of 80 because it has only 2 electrons in penultimate orbit. Penultimate orbit. and aluminum is having 8 electrons in penultimate orbit. Penultimate orbit. So the 2 electrons and the 8 electrons gives so much of the difference in the atomic radius. Due to large difference in the atomic radius of boron and aluminum, it gives many different properties. Due to large difference in atomic radius of boron and aluminum. Boron and aluminum responsible for many difference in properties. Many difference in properties. Many difference in properties. The next it is ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Fourth one, ionization enthalpy. This we have seen in S block also. What is ionization? Enthalpy or ionization energy means the energy supplied to remove electron from the outermost orbit in gaseous state. What is ionization enthalpy? The energy energy supplied to remove an electron from the outermost orbit is called as, in gaseous state, is called ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. So now the outermost orbit is having the electrons of ns2 and np1. So these p electron less tightly held by nucleus. Less tightly held by the nucleus. Because of that, ionization energy of boron family is less than alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. Now this is a of same period. So ionization energy of these elements are boron family lesser than alkaline earth metal. The reason is p electron less tightly held by the nucleus. Examples: element and first ionization energy in kilojoules per mole. Element, it is boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium. Boron is having the more value of 801, aluminum 577, then 579, 558 and 589. So boron is having more ionization enthalpy when compared with the aluminum. The reason is shielding effect or screening effect. Almost these two are having near to the same value, then it decreases because of the more nuclear force of attraction. But here the atomic size increases, responsible for that atomic size. So then, next, what is the reason for this? The point is to be remembered on the ionization enthalpy. Boron is having highest value. Boron highest value due to small size. Due to small size. Boron is having highest value due to small size and lowest shielding effect. Lowest shielding effect. Highest due to small size and the lowest shielding effect. Decrease from the value, decrease from boron to aluminium. Boron to aluminium, the reason is increase in atomic size and increase in shielding effect. Increase in shielding effect. Increase in shielding effect. Now, compare the gallium. Gallium has 10 electrons of d orbital in penultimate cell. Penultimate cell shield the nuclear charge. Shield the nuclear charge. Shield the nuclear charge less effectively. Less effectively means more attraction. Less effectively with more nuclear force of attraction. Nuclear force of attraction. So gallium has same value. Gallium has same value as aluminium. Gallium has same value. Similarly, same effect by the same effect by indium. But whereas thallium has more ionization energy than indium because poor shielding effect. Poor shielding effect of 14 F electrons of inner cell. 14 F electron of inner cell. Next it is Electronegativity, the fifth general properties. Fifth general properties. The five is electronegativity. Five, it is the electronegativity. First decrease from boron to aluminum. Electronegativity first decrease from boron to aluminum due to poor shielding effect. Due to poor shielding effect. Due to poor shielding effect of the electron. Poor shielding effect of the t electrons. Now the next it is element electronegativity element and Pauling electronegativity. Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium. Boron is having 2, then aluminum is 1.5. It is started increasing due to poor shielding effect 1.7 and 1.8. Decrease from boron to aluminum due to poor shielding effect. Later it is increasing. Next it is physical properties of is electronegativity. Later increases due to poor shielding effect of the d electrons. Next it is physical properties of the boron family. Physical properties of the boron family. Boron is a non-metal and it is hard and black colored solid. Hard and black colored solid. It is exists in many allotropic forms. Exists in many allotropic forms and has strong crystalline lattice. So it is having high melting point. due to crystalline in nature, high melting point. But rest of the members are soft metals. Rest of the members are the soft metals with a low melting point. With a low melting point, gallium unusually has low melting point about 303 Kelvin, exists as liquid in summer. Exists as a liquid in summer, but it has high boiling point of 2676 Kelvin. So this property used to measure high temperature. This property used to measure high temperature. The property used to melting point is only 303 Kelvin, but boiling point is 2676 Kelvin. So the property used to measure the high temperature. Now the density of elements increases down the group from boron to thallium. Density of these elements increases down the group from boron to aluminium. Density of these elements increases down the group from boron to aluminium. Next it is chemical properties. We will see one chemical properties. In this chemical properties, first chemical properties, it is reaction of these elements, reaction with air. Reaction with air. Boron is unreactive in crystalline state. Not only boron, aluminium also. In crystalline form, aluminium forms thin layer of oxide. Thin layer of oxide which protects the further attack So in crystalline form, boron and aluminum is not much reactive with oxygen. But whereas in the amorphous form, amorphous solid means supercooled liquid. In amorphous form, both are reactive. Amorphous, boron and aluminum react on heating. On heating forms what it gives. Boron gives B2O3 and aluminum gives Al2O3. Boron and aluminum in amorphous state reacts with oxygen. Boron gives boron trioxide and alumina Al2O3. Aluminum gives alumina Al2O3. Now with the nitrogen, with oxygen we have seen air contains about 78% of nitrogen, about 21% of the oxygen. Second major constituent of air is oxygen. The first major constituent is 78% of the nitrogens. So these elements, when it reacts with the nitrogen at a high temperature, with the nitrogen at a high temperature, forms nitrides. 13th group element with nitrogen reacts to form nitride compound. Examples: E indicates 13th group element. First it reacts with oxygen in gaseous state and forms the 13th group element in E2O3, the solid compound. Examples: B2O3 and Al2O3. The same element, when it reacts with nitrogen gas on heating, it gives the element nitride. Solid form. Here element is boron and aluminum. Element is boron and aluminum. Next it is oxides. Chemical property. 13th group element with oxygen, it forms oxide. Then it forms hydroxide. Then the oxides and hydroxides in chemical properties. Oxides. Second it is oxides and hydroxides. Oxides and hydroxides. 13th group element boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium forms element oxide and element M indicates the 13th group, it is OH thrice, oxide and hydroxide. The nature of these M2O3 and MOH thrice, first it is acidic to amphoteric. Amphoteric means it reacts both with acid and base. Then amphoteric to basic. So the oxides and hydroxides nature is acidic to amphoteric, amphoteric to basic. Basic in moving down the group. Basic in moving down the group. Moving down the group. Examples: BOH thrice, boron trihydroxide, and B2O3, it is acidic. AlOH thrice and Al2O3, it is amphoteric. Amphoteric means it reacts with acid as well as base. Gallium hydroxide is amphoteric. Indium hydroxide and indium oxide is basic. Thallium hydroxide and thallium oxide, it is strong base. It is strong base. So the 13th group elements nature is as oxide and hydroxide is acidic to amphoteric, amphoteric to basic. Next it is reaction with acids and alkalis. Reaction with acids and alkalis. First one, action of acids on 13th group element. In this, boron not react with non-oxidizing acid. Boron not react with non-oxidizing acid. What is non-oxidizing acid? Example, it is HCl. But it reacts with strong oxidizing acid. Strong oxidizing acid. But it reacts with a strong oxidizing acid at a high temperature. High temperature. Examples: nitric acid. In example, if you are seeing, if mixture of hot concentrated H2SO4 and HNO3, the ratio of 2:1 forms boric acid. The reaction is boron solid plus 3 molecules of nitric acid, aqueous nitric acid, in presence of concentrated H2SO4 on heating gives H3BO3 boric acid with liberation of nitrogen dioxide gas. So this is the boric acid. Remember again, boron will not react with non-oxidizing acid, but whereas other elements react with both non-oxidizing and strong oxidizing acids will reacted by other elements. But boron reacts only with a strong oxidizing acid, like the mixture of concentrated H2SO4 and nitric acid with the ratio of 2:1, but it's not reacting with a non-oxidizing acid, examples HCl. Now, other elements reacts with both. Other elements reacts with both oxidizing and non-oxidizing. Oxidizing and non-oxidizing acid. Oxidizing and non-oxidizing acid. Aluminium dissolves in dilute HCl. Aluminium dissolves in dilute HCl and liberates hydrogens. Liberates hydrogen gas or dihydrogen. Liberates hydrogen gas or dihydrogens. Reaction is aluminium solid plus 6 molecule of HCl aqueous produces 2 Al3 plus and 6 Cl negative charge with the liberation of hydrogen gas. But if aluminium reacts with concentrated nitric acid, forms a protective layer on the surface. Protective layer on the surface Then aluminium become inactive, inert or inactive or passive. Further, no more reactions. Further, no more reactions. Protective oxide layer. So only on the surface of the aluminium reacts with nitric acid. Nitric acid is also an oxidizing agent. Forms the aluminium oxide layer on the surface. So inner aluminium further gets protected. Next it is action of these elements with alkali. Reaction with second part, action of alkali. Thirteenth group elements with action of alkali. Boron not reacts. Boron not reacts with alkali. Boron not reacts with alkali up to 773 Kelvin or 775 Kelvin. Above this temperature, it forms borates. It forms borates, liberating hydrogen gas. Liberating hydrogen gas. Reaction: boron solid reacts with potassium hydroxide solid greater than 775 Kelvin temperature. On heating, it forms potassium borate with hydrogen gas. Potassium borate with hydrogen gas. Aluminium reacts with alkali. Aluminium reacts with alkali with the liberation of hydrogen gas. With the liberation of hydrogen gas. Reaction: aluminium solid plus sodium hydroxide aqueous form in gives sodium tetrahydroxoaluminate. Sodium tetrahydroxoaluminate with the liberation of hydrogen gas. The liberation of hydrogen gas. So this compound is called as sodium tetrahydroxoaluminate. Sodium tetrahydroxoaluminate. Next it is reactivity towards halogens. Chemical properties. Fourth chemical properties, reactivity towards halogens. Reactivity towards halogens. Group 13 elements reacts with halogen. Group 13 elements reacts with halogens, forming binary halides. Forming the binary halides. General formula is MX3. If 13th group elements reacts with the halogens, the general formula is MX3. It is prepared by heating the elements directly with the halogen. Heating the elements directly with the halogen. Heating the element directly with the halogens. So 13th group element halogen directly heat ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we'll get binary halides. The general formula for the binary halides it is MX3. Examples: boron reacts with 3x2 and forms then BX3. The X may be chlorine or bromine. X may be chlorine or bromine. Aluminium reacts with halogens, gives aluminium halide. Here the X may be chlorine, bromine and iodine. All the halides known as all the halides of 13th group is known. All the halides of 13th group is known except thallium iodide. Only this is unknown. All other elements with the halogens, it forms the compound with the general formula of MX3 except thallium triiodide. Except thallium triiodide. Next, among the trihalides of boron, among the trihalides of boron with different halogen atom. Different halogen atom the order of Lewis acid order of Lewis acid character. The order of Lewis acid character BF3 less acidic, BCl3 less acidic than BBr3. Acid strength increases. Acid strength increases. Acid strength increases. Boron halide do not form dimers. Boron halide do not form dimers because size of boron is small, unable to coordinate four large sized halide ions. Four large sized halide ions. Now, the chemical properties we have seen: reactivity with air, acid, alkali, oxides and hydroxides of 13th group elements. Next it is about boron. Boron is the first member non-metal. 3 electrons in the valency shell. Three electrons in the valency shell. Occurrence boron in two isotopic forms. Boron available in two isotopic form. One, boron with 10, it is available about 19%, and boron atomic mass is 11, available it is 81%. The important minerals are borates. Formula Na2 B4O5 tetrahydroxo with octa hydrated. Same formula can be written as Na2B4O7 with decahydrate. B4O7 with decahydrate. Next, orthoboric acid. It is H3BO3. Next, it is kernite. It is Na2 B4O5 tetrahydroxo or Na2 B4O7 with 2H2O. Next, it is columnite. It is calcium B3O4 trihydroxo 2H2O, or the same can be written as or Ca2 B6O11 with 5H2O. Commercially, deposits of borates is deposits of borates in California. Borates is found in California, USA, and Turkey. It is also available in our country, in India, in Ladakh, and Sambar Lake. Ladakh and Sambar Lake in Puga Valley in Ladakh. Puga Valley in Ladakh, Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. So these borate deposits are available in California of USA. In our country, it is also available in Puga Valley and Sambar Lake. Puga Valley in Ladakh and Sambar Lake in Rajasthan it is available. Rajasthan it is available. Now, the anomalous properties of boron. anomalous behavior of boron. Anomalous behavior of boron. First one, it is small size, high ionization enthalpy when compared with other metals, other elements. When compared with other elements. And it is no or vacant d orbitals. Vacant d orbital. Boron shows maximum covalency of maximum covalency of 4. Other elements, examples, BH4. Other elements, covalency, the 6. Example, aluminium hexafluoride. Aluminium hexafluoride. Next anomalous behavior of boron is halides. Already this is informed. Halides of boron exist as monomers, but other members exist as dimers. Examples, BF3, BCl3 and BF3. But other members as dimers, example Al2Cl6. Next, properties of boron. Properties of boron. It is, already we have seen this also, hard, black color solid. Hard, black color solid. Next to diamond. Next to diamond, because it's a 3-dimensional network structure. It's 3-dimensional network structure. 3-dimensional network structure. Second, due to strong crystalline lattice. Due to strong crystalline lattice, it has high melting point 2400 Kelvin and high boiling point 2825 Kelvin. Next, we'll see some important compounds of the boron. So after the S block, sorting the P block and concentrate this P block is very important. It gives better marks in first PUC and also major marks in the second PUC. The continuation of P block will be available in the second PUC sections. Be prepared in your home, stay in home, stay safe and keep touch regularly with the subject covered in online, because your examination approaching for second PUC it is May 21 and SSLC it is in the month of June. So before that your exams may come. So be prepared. Your pain of labor in studying the subject is very important as to cope with the online coaching. So if you meet in time, in person will clear all other doubts if you are getting in your home. Good luck, my boys and girls. Thank you.